A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, and you get it. Welcome, everybody. If you did not know, what I was just reciting were the ABCs. I'm Sam. I'm not a photographer, but I do know the ABCs. And today, I thought maybe we'd go and check out the ABCs of Photoshop. And I don't mean learning the basics of Photoshop. I mean literally going into Photoshop and typing A and then B and then C on the keyboard and seeing what happens. Yes, I'm talking about keyboard shortcuts. And we're going to go through every single one, except for the ones that are stupid. Now, if I'm going to be honest with you, I use probably 4 keyboard shortcuts ever. And obviously in the alphabet, there are more than 4 letters. In fact, there are 26. And with almost every letter, there's also a shortcut that uses Ctrl and then the letter. So that adds another 26. And then there are some keys on a keyboard that don't actually have letters on them, but they still work as keyboard shortcuts. So that adds another few. We'll call it around 50. So I'm going to go through these real quick. First letter, A. A stands for Path Select Tool. Obviously, if you have different paths, you can select them with this tool. This is more useful if you're using something like Illustrator or if you're trying to do graphic design, which I don't do. Control A though, bam, selects everything, selects the entire image. So that's really good if you want to copy that and then paste it again as another layer. B, the brush tool. The brush tool is wonderful. Look at all these wonderful things I'm doing. You want to know about the brush tool more? Go onto my YouTube channel. I have a video on it. Now Control B stands for color balance. This is one of the adjustment layers. And I can just do that, or this, and this. Look how much better this image looks. I can do that, maybe some of this, a little bit of that too. Oh man, it's like a brand new thing. Okay, moving on. C is the crop tool. Easy. C for crop. They both start with the same letter. Control C is copy. You should know this. If you don't know that Control C is copy, you've probably never used a computer before, and I doubt you're watching this video. Control D deselects an area. So if I want to do something outside of this area, I just hit Control D, and now I can do more of that. E, we have the eraser. That does start with E. And look at this. You can just erase right on there. Nice. Simple enough. If you hit F, you go to full screen. If you hit F again, you go to even fuller screen. This way you can just, I guess, see your picture. I don't know why you'd use Photoshop for that. But there it is. F for full screen. G. This one is the most important tool. The 3D material drop tool. I have no idea what this is. I don't have any 3D materials. It's not going to be useful for me. If it's useful for you, congrats. Control G though is great. As you can see, I have a bunch of layers here. Now if I want them all to do the same thing, I just select them all and hit Control G. It's a group. Now I can turn it all off at once, turn it back on. I can change the brightness of all of it at once. Do anything like that. Pretty sick. H is for the hand tool. If I'm zoomed in, I can use the hand tool to just grab and move stuff around. Pretty useful, but there's actually a better way to do that. Stay tuned, and I'll give you the real shortcut for it. I is for the eyedropper tool. Pretty funny, Photoshop. If I want to use my brush to do a specific color in the image, I can click it with the eyedropper, and then if I put my brush, it'll be that color. Good way to select colors precisely. J, the spot healing brush tool. If there's something you don't like in an image, you want to take it out, but you don't want to work too hard, cover it up, and it's gone. Ctrl J duplicates a layer. Not very useful if you haven't done anything, but say you've put the brightness down a little bit, but you want the brightness down a little more. Ctrl J duplicates the layer. K is the frame tool, apparently, where you make a frame, and then if you have an image, it has to stay within this frame. There, look at that. That's useful. Control K is preferences. That's probably the sexiest keyboard shortcut. L is the lasso. You just draw a circle around something and it selects it. You don't have to be a circle either. You can draw any shape. You could draw like a weird star thing. That's going to get you a lot better at Photoshop. Look at how cool that is. Control L brings up levels. Another keyboard shortcut. And what do you do with levels? Who knows? M is for the marquee tool, which is just how you select things. Cool. Draw a square. You can even change it if you want to the elliptical marquee tool. Whichever one is selected here will be chosen when you hit M. Hit Control M, you bring up curves. And if you've seen my video before, you know all you ever do with curves is make an S. If you hit Control N, you get a new document. A nice handy little shortcut for you. That one holds true throughout most things. So if you're using Microsoft Word, you can do the same thing. That's a little bonus. Microsoft, pay me up. O, if you hit O, it's the dodge tool, which brightens things. You've heard of burning and dodging. Maybe you haven't, but look, if I just paint on stuff, it gets brighter. Control O, opens up your folders. You can choose an image from here and open it into Photoshop. P is the pen tool, perfect for performing paths, drawing paths. Control P, just like always, is print. Here's the thing though, here's a huge tip. Don't print on Photoshop. It's weird, it kind of sucks. Save it, open it as a PDF, print it that way. Q, stay away from Q. Just don't do anything with Q. Q is bad, Q is evil, don't touch it. R is the rotate view tool. You can just take the picture, just spin it around, and just spin it around for when you need to look at life from a different point of view. Control R brings up rulers, so you can see rulers. S, the clone stamp tool. I've done a video on this one, so check that out if you want to know what that is. And Control S, you're going to want to be pressing this all the time. It's save. And that's also pretty standard. You should know that, just in general. T is the text tool. You click it, you can type some text, but oh man, that's really small. Like, how am I supposed to see that? Control T is the transform tool. Hit Control T, and then you can drag whatever is selected, make it bigger, kind of squish it a little bit, turn it like that. T. Then you can make sure you hit this check mark at the top when you're done. Now this next letter is the most important letter. You're going to be using this keyboard shortcut all the time. I use it every single day, every single hour of every single day. It's U, and it's the rectangle tool. You can just draw rectangles. Look at that. There's a rectangle. There's a rectangle. I can do one that's going up and down. Another rectangle. You just do rectangles all over the place. Rectangle tool. And Control U, you can do that one too. It's the hue, saturation, another adjustment level. You can change the hue, change the saturation, but you can't make rectangles with it. So V is the move tool. I like to be on the move tool because you can't really mess much up with O. This is important if you want to move layers around. You can just click it with the move tool and just move them around without moving the rest of the image. Now Control V, that's how you paste, obviously, because V stands for paste. W, the quick select and or magic wand tool, whichever one you have selected here. I like the quick selection tool. You can just click on a thing and it'll select it for you. Nice and easy. There we go. Now I can just move this around everywhere. And Control W, stay away. It just closes things. If you hit X, it switches this color thing. So you can have two colors selected here. Maybe I want to be drawn in white. If I hit X, now I can draw in pink. And I can just go back and forth like that. And Control X is cut, which is like copy, but instead of just copying it, it takes the whole thing out. But then you can paste it and I guess move it back into the image, which honestly doesn't seem very useful. Y is the history brush tool, which I'm not totally sure, but obviously I've messed with the image right here. So if I hit Y, it brings back what used to be there. Nice little undo thing for specific places if you want that. And Z is the zoom tool. Brings out a magnifying glass, and if you hit Alt, you can go back out. That's a bonus. The actual most important keyboard shortcut you're going to want to know, if you're anything like me, is Control Z. Undo. Z for the most important. And that's the alphabet. But wait, there's more. Did you know that the space bar is also a letter in the alphabet? Space brings up a temporary hand, which is very handy. Because maybe I'm painting over here, then oh wait, I want to go over there. I can just drag over there and keep painting. And instead of hitting H and then B, I can just hit the space bar, drag, and let go of the space bar, and keep doing it. Now on this channel, we don't care about parentheses. We love brackets. And brackets can make a brush bigger or smaller. Very easy. The penultimate keyboard shortcut I'll show you is Control+, which zooms in. It's a little easier than hitting Z and using the zoom tool, I think. And now last but not least is Control-, which does the opposite. You can zoom way, way out and just keep zooming out. And there you go. I've taught you the alphabet. But there's actually one more very important keyboard shortcut that you can unlock, and it's a secret. All you have to do to unlock this keyboard shortcut, and this keyboard shortcut's gonna change your life, is go to my channel, like this video, subscribe, and I won't ruin what keyboard shortcut you unlock by doing that. Just do it and find out for yourself. It may take 8 to 10 weeks for the keyboard shortcut to show up. And there's often shipping errors, and you know, I wouldn't count on it showing up, but just try it and see. Tell me in the comments below, what's your favorite keyboard shortcut? I know it's a hot topic. Let's get the debate going. Comment, subscribe, like. See you next time.